So today we've got ourselves our very first hero evolution. Heroic Rise is here, and to be honest, if you need coins in FC25, lootbar.gg has you covered. They are the cheapest trading platform on the game. From the 28th of November to the 2nd of December, if you buy coins and use the code JT11 at checkout, there is a chance that you could get a 10% coupon during this time to use on your next order. With the fastest delivery system going, used by many FC25 creators such as Zorky, Manny Plus, and even pro owners. So if you need any coins, head over to lootbar.gg, make sure JT11's in the promo code, and hopefully you enjoy. I kind of like the evolution card. It's kind of got that purple feeling to it. It is an 86 overall, 7 playstyles, and it must be a normal hero. So I'm assuming this is going to basically take out any of the extra heroes we have got so far. But the ones that you can use, well, the ones that I've got personally, is going to be a Peter Crouch. You obviously get the nice lightning effect to it as well. And we will have a look at how many games this is going to take, because it looks a relatively big one. So we've got win 3 matches, rush rivals, champs or squad battles, win 3, play 2, pretty standard. And then we have win 4 matches, play 2 and win 1 match whilst conceding 1 goal or less. In terms of stats, it looks like a pretty much all upgrade, most definitely. Pace to 84, physical to 83, pass to 82, defending 82. It's not the highest of stats, I must admit. To say some of the upgrades we've had with these flashes, that isn't necessarily a big one. We've got 82 on the shooting and 83 on the dribbling as well. We obviously get the cosmetic upgrade and the bruiser playstyle with the pinged pass. So realistically, we're looking at more of a centre mid. Guti is most definitely going to get the benefit out of this, but there is no playstyle plus, so I suppose the incisive is going to work as well for him. Overall for heroes, I'm thinking 86s, it doesn't give you a great deal of players. It probably gives you just a few, to be honest. If we was to have a look on, well, in fact, Futbin doesn't have it yet. I wonder if foot.gg do. Evolutions, they have they have, we're going to have to do it on here then still. So let's have a look and see, because we can go on to the concepts and we can have a look on here at the minimum until one of them actually gets it. So it's the UT heroes, not the primes, unfortunately, and it is going to take out all of the top end players and pretty much be most of the kind of bottom end sort of feeders here. So we're going to look at Carragher, Capdevia, Gully. Pardisson might not be a bad option. It's a shame that we can't see them even on concepts, because I know we have to go through Futbin and all of that, but it would be quite nice to actually have seen him in game to see. I would say realistically, if we're looking at bruiser and pinged pass, I would be looking at more of a centre mid if anything. And to be honest, the upgrade itself I think should be free. I know they're getting the cosmetics, so I suppose that's kind of where they're at with it. Matuidi is going to be a solid shout for it as well. Donovan, maybe so, but you've got to watch on what stats they've got as well. Because there's only so much of a max, you kind of want to pick the lowest rated as possible, to be fair. Could go a centre-back as well, I suppose, if you're getting the full upgrade, but they won't get no defending in that case, so that's going to be a little bit of a deal-breaker. Ramirez could be an option, obviously getting a bit more on his shooting and dribbling and passing. Everything else looks above board, really, with that. El Noir, 80-83, he's probably, again, a bit more defending, and that's kind of about it. So there isn't necessarily a crazy option with it. And did I see... We have got it on foot.gg, so we can actually see the evolution on there instead. So let's move over to there then. So like we said, you get the overall to 87, you get the pass to 82, 82, 83, 82, and then the two others, 82 and 84. So pretty standard of the upgrade. Obviously, they're not going to show you the cosmetic there. The eligible players... I would say centre mid. I think if we're looking at it from kind of like a standpoint of what you're getting upgraded, it's everything. So everything's not going to be beneficial to a centre back. Everything's not going to be beneficial to a striker. I would go for more of your midfield. So looking at that sort of case, if we kind of narrow it down to your CDMs, your centre mids and your cams, realistically, they're the options you want to go for. Now, you obviously want to pick the highest rated you possibly can for the biggest upgrade. So someone like a Ramirez probably would be the better shout, if anything. So you are looking at the Heroic Rise. You're obviously keeping the same pace, gaining on the shooting by 3. You're gaining 2 on the passing. You're gaining 2 on the dribbling, none on the defending, and none on the physical, which is fine because he's still a 500k player. If we was looking at the kind of low end for this, realistically, if we're going for one of them, they're again still not going to get the biggest upgrade possible. Like we look at a Dempsey, he's going to get what, like one pace, 2 passing, a few dribbling, like 4 defending, sorry, just because it's so low, but it's not going to make a difference, and then 3 on the physical. So you might as well take the little upgrade and take it to at least one of the bigger players that you can. Same with a Matuidi, I think a cracking option as well. He could go to elusive dribbler as well, which was always pretty cool. You've obviously got the 84 on the pace, so just 1. You get the full upgrade on the shooting, full upgrade on the passing, dribbling goes up by 4 as well. Defending and physical will stay the same. So I think that would personally be my kind of take on this. I think if we looked at like a striker, so if we went for, say we go for a striker, so we say Smolarek, for instance, in terms of his upgrade being a striker, when we look at the difference, you've obviously got the same pace, same shooting, 2 better passing, fair enough, no better dribbling, no better physicality, and just a bit of defending. I don't see the point in that upgrade to go with a striker, in my opinion. So I would recommend going for at least a midfielder that's going to get the balance for it. Centre-back wise, I suppose it would kind of be the same as the striker. If you went with someone like King, if we was looking at the Heroic, you're getting the 4 pace, which is nice. Shooting is irrelevant. Passing is a little bit extra, which is nice. Dribbling as well. Defending, they're not going to get anything. And King does get a bit on the physical. So I suppose in that aspect, it's not the worst for him. Personally, I think that could be the option for kind of going for a player that you've already got in the team. I wouldn't necessarily go for buying a player to then go and put one in. I'd be looking at the hero pick and seeing what I can actually get. If I was looking at someone like Capdevia, he's somebody I've got. You're getting no pace, no pace, a little bit of shooting, 1 on the passing, 3 on the dribbling, no defending, and 3 physical. Again, I suppose you could argue it. You really could, but I personally think for the upgrade that you're getting, I think a Ramirez or a lovely Matuidi, trying to think of his name, would be my personal favourites for this, if you've got them as well. I wouldn't necessarily go out and go and buy them because they're not the cheapest of cards, and they do both have, or at least Matuidi has, a bigger upgrade as well that it's in packs right now. Everybody else is pretty standard when it comes to it. I think in terms of the upgrade itself, it really should be free. Being a paid evolution and not necessarily taking them too high up there. I get that they're getting the cosmetic and that's kind of what you're paying for as such. I just don't think it's a good enough upgrade to say that that's going to be worth 100k or 1,000 FC points. Like at least with the El Torreo, is it or Terrario? Yeah, whatever. It's getting a 7 upgrade at the minimum, and that's just on an 80, to be honest. So you're getting at least a solid upgrade, and you're getting plus 10s everywhere. The fact that that's getting 84, 86 pace, 87 pace. Why is that? That's a bit weird. So it's 87 pace there, but 86 pace there. It makes no sense. But you know what I mean? They're getting 86 shooting, 87 passing. Like that's a big upgrade to say that heroes really should be that next level up. It should be like icons, absolute top end players, and then you go into the heroes, and then you go into kind of like evolutions and mid tier sort of players. So for me, I think they've gone really heavy on that cosmetic vibe instead of actually going for the player upgrade, in my opinion. So personally for me, I would be looking at Matuidi or Ramirez, but I would probably say just leave it on this one.